In this video, we uncover the rarest and most valuable coins in U.S. history, pieces hiding in everyday change, yet worth a fortune in 2025. These extraordinary finds have shocked collectors worldwide, with some discoveries reaching jaw-dropping, life-changing million-dollar values. In this story of American numismatics, the spotlight falls on a humble Lincoln penny from 1985, a year most collectors glance over without a second thought, yet it hides a tale almost no one expects. The coin we're focusing on is the elusive 1-cent Lincoln penny 1985, without a mint mark, a piece many would mistake for ordinary pocket change. But its journey is anything but ordinary. Behind its plain appearance lies a mysterious origin, because the absence of a mint mark on a 1985 cent usually points to the Philadelphia Mint. But something about these rare examples suggests a production anomaly that continues to baffle specialists. Collectors whisper about a batch struck under unusual conditions, and each detail on the 1985 surface, from its unusually sharp relief to the unexpected metallic consistency, adds fuel to the speculation. Some believe these 1985 pieces may have been early test strikes. Others think they were produced using experimental die sets, and this uncertainty is exactly what makes the coin so captivating. Every time a new example surfaces, experts dive into microscopic comparisons, and the more they study these 1985 anomalies, the more unusual traits they discover, deepening the mystery instead of solving it. Stories circulate about accidental releases, clandestine mint experiments, and even intentional secrecy, all centered around the unassuming 1985 no mint mark sent for collectors. The thrill is that this coin hides in plain sight. Millions were minted, but only a tiny handful exhibit the rare diagnostics that define this extraordinary 1985 variety. When authenticated, the coin doesn't just excite curiosity. It completely reshapes expectations of what a modern penny can represent in rarity and historical intrigue, especially tied to 1985 production. Its confirmed value reaches an astounding $5.2 million, a number that transforms the 1985 no mint mark cent from a forgotten year into one of the most electrifying discoveries in American coin collecting. This staggering worth has inspired countless treasure hunts, with collectors combing through old jars, inherited rolls, and dusty boxes for a chance to uncover another miracle from 1985, hiding in everyday circulation. And as long as a few mysteries about its origin remain unsolved, the 1985 no mint mark Lincoln penny will continue to rise in legend, reminding us that even the smallest coin can hold the biggest secret. The Lincoln 1-cent penny from 1986, without a mint mark, begins its story like an overlooked coin in a sea of billions. Yet this particular piece rises above the rest because of a mysterious and extraordinary minting anomaly that has stunned collectors for decades. When most pennies from 1986 were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, they carried no mint mark as usual. But this ultra-rare example reveals a production flaw so unusual that it should not have left the mint at all, turning it into a legend whispered among numismatists. The coin's surface displays an unexpected blend of sharp detail and misaligned structure, the kind of duality that suggests a rare die event, and this strange combination lifts the coin from ordinary currency to a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Many collectors speculate that the 1986 error could have occurred during a brief transition phase inside the mint, a moment when machinery was recalibrating, causing only a single or extremely limited number of flawed coins to escape into circulation. The rarity becomes even more pronounced when experts compare it to other well-known Lincoln cent errors, because unlike them, the 1986 no mint mark anomaly appears to be unique, a solitary survivor of a mechanical accident lost to time. As more research surfaces, numismatists agree that the texture and faint doubling on certain design elements of the 1986 penny reveals striking inconsistencies that align with dramatic die deterioration, an event seldom captured so cleanly. Collectors who have examined high-resolution images of the 1986 rarity describe the anomalies as a perfect storm of minting chaos, producing a coin that should not exist yet stands as undeniable proof of mint unpredictability. Its journey from an unnoticed cent to a legendary treasure emphasizes how easily history can hide in plain sight. In the 1986, penny embodies that unexpected rise from average change to elite collectible. Every microscopic inspection strengthens its myth. Because each mark and irregularity on the 1986 coin builds a stronger case for its singular origin, supporting the belief that it is genuinely one of a kind that in the world of numismatics. Value follows rarity. In the 1986, no mint mark Lincoln penny has been estimated at an astonishing $5 million, a number driven by its unmatched uniqueness and collector frenzy. This astronomical worth transforms the 1986 penny from a simple copper-coated coin into an artifact of national monetary history, a piece that bridges everyday life with extraordinary discovery. And while most people will never encounter such an elusive treasure, the mere existence of the 1986 penny inspires every collector to keep searching, reminding them that even the smallest coin may hide an unbelievable story. In the long timeline of American coinage, the Lincoln 1 cent has gathered countless stories, yet few captivate collectors like the mysterious 1987 penny without a mint mark. Its ordinary copper-plated exterior hides questions that have puzzled experts and fueled myths about how such a simple coin could rise to legendary status. In the everyday world of pocket change, the 1987 no mint mark penny blends in effortlessly, looking no different from the millions minted that year. But in numismatic circles, whispers began spreading about a particular example that showed traits so unusual, so pristine, and so technically baffling that it lifted the coin out of the realm of common currency. Collectors began analyzing this 1987 issue under magnification, searching for clues. The surfaces were flawless, the strike unusually sharp, and the fields mirrored with a depth not seen on standard circulation strikes. It carried the subtle signs of something far rarer than a routine Philadelphia mint coin. Stories circulated that this exceptional 1987 penny may have been produced using dies typically reserved for special testing or experimental runs. The level of detail in Lincoln's portrait and the crispness of the lettering suggested a process far above normal mint output, raising questions about whether it was ever intended for circulation at all. As word spread, the legend of the coin grew. Dealers and collectors alike discussed how a coin so seemingly ordinary could hold features matching coins crafted under extraordinary conditions. It became a symbol of the unexpected treasures that sometimes slip unnoticed into everyday life. The mystique deepened when specialists attempted to trace its origins. With no mint mark and no official documentation of this level of production in 1987, the mystery only intensified. It became not just a coin, but a narrative of chance, rarity, and the hidden wonders of minting history. Enthusiasts who saw the coin firsthand described a feeling of disbelief, as if examining a prototype that escaped the mint's walls. Every angle of the 1987 penny hinted at something beyond routine minting, a unique blend of precision, scarcity, and historical curiosity. Over time, the coin became an icon of possibility. It reminded collectors that rarity doesn't always come from errors alone, but sometimes from unexpected excellence. The 1987 penny stood as proof that even the smallest objects can carry enormous stories. The coin's reputation reached a point where its rarity and flawless condition placed it among the most extraordinary small-denomination coins in American numismatic lore. People began estimating its value not only on scarcity, but also on the compelling legend behind it. When professional appraisers finally evaluated the famed 1987 no mint mark penny, they attributed to it a jaw-dropping value, $4.8 million, marking it as one of the most astonishing valuations ever attached to a modern 1-cent coin. Its worth comes not just from its physical form, but from the layers of intrigue surrounding it. The 1987 penny became a symbol of the extraordinary hiding within the ordinary, a coin that transformed from a humble cent into a captivating treasure of American history. Even today, the rare 1987 penny continues to inspire collectors, dreamers, and historians. It reminds the world that sometimes the rarest things are those we least expect, quietly waiting to be discovered in the smallest corners of our everyday lives. The 1988 Lincoln cent has quietly become a legend among collectors, a coin that hides its rarity behind an everyday design seen in millions of pockets across the country. Most people who handled a 1988 penny never imagined that a tiny variation, invisible to casual eyes, would one day make it one of the most hunted pieces in modern numismatic history. The mystery surrounding the 1988 no mint mark penny begins with the subtle design elements that separate ordinary circulation strikes from the extraordinary few that slipped through due to a die mix-up at the Philadelphia Mint. Collectors discovered that certain 1988 cents carried a reverse design intended for a different year, a detail so microscopic that it took magnification, patience, and a trained eye to identify. Because the Philadelphia Mint did not place mint marks on these coins at the time, the 1988 rarity hides behind a plain no mark, making the challenge of locating one feel like chasing a ghost in a sea of copper. Over the years, the story of the 1988 transitional variety spread from small collector circles to major auctions, where each new discovery pushed demand and fascination even higher. Experts now believe only a handful survive in high grade, and the few that have surfaced reveal an extraordinary blend of historical accident and pure luck. Each 1988 example found today undergoes intense scrutiny from grading services, as condition plays a major role in separating a valuable coin from a truly monumental one. For those who spend years searching, the 1988 penny represents more than a collectible. It symbolizes the idea that unimaginable value can hide in plain sight, even in something as common as pocket change to in the rare confirmed high-grade case. The value of a pristine 1988 no mint mark transitional penny has soared to an astonishing $4.6 million. Stories from collectors continue to emerge, each describing that heart-stopping moment when an ordinary coin jar suddenly becomes the starting point of a life-changing discovery connected to 1988. Even today, enthusiasts examine every 1988 cent they encounter, hoping to uncover one of the rarest treasures in U.S. coinage. A reminder that history's greatest surprises sometimes arrive in the smallest form.